Ya ukulima, karibu tena. Tupo kitako hapa taratibu katika mdahalo mkubwa sana kuhusiana na green economy, na ninaye Dennis Mushiri, mkurugenzi wa mafunzo katika taasisi ya CAP. Dennis, kabla tuende mapumzikoni, kuna swala tulizungumzia kuhusu na value chain katika green economy. Nafasi zilizoko hapo ni zipi?
Great. Yeah, hilo ni swali nzuri sana Terhel. Lakini kwanza kabisa tukiangalia what we mean by value chains. In simple terms, value chain is trying to demystify all the opportunities within a certain value. Say, for example, if you're talking about honey, what are some of the opportunities within honey? For example, there are those that just harvest honey and sell it raw. There are those that process it, right? So processing is another value chain that can add value to honey, meaning that person can be in a better position to earn more than the one who just sold it raw. When we look at green economy, there has been so many studies and research and assessments that have been conducted. One case in example is one that was conducted by, it's called Aspen Network of Development Entrepreneurs. It tried to demystify the value chains within the green economy. The one that has the highest employment or business opportunity for small and growing businesses was, according to that assessment, is recycling and circular economy. And it's evident because even when you remember that young guy that we saw in that video before the start of this conversation has already tapped on that opportunity because, and I mentioned 70% of our waste is organic, means it can be converted to something that can be reused. Yeah.
Sawa, hapo vile vile kwa mfano tukirejelea kwa hiyo value chain, yule kijana bado anatafuta nafasi na upenyo hapo. Nadhani ukitaja kidogo kwa ufupi hivyo, kuna yule ambaye angependa sana ufafanue zaidi, labda kuna nafasi wewe unafahamu na umeachilia mbali. Turejelee papo hapo ili umfahamishe zaidi ni nafasi zipi anaweza pata hapo.
Great. Hata sitaenda mbali sana. I want to reference to the trend. You see, it's always good to reference a trend or what is happening. If we look at the different counties and the priorities of the current government, what they are calling the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, it has one key aspect that will be very essential to any farmer in this country. They are talking about county aggregated and industrial parks, or what they are calling KIPES. KIPES will be sort of an aggregation park that will now be, they are decentralizing aggregation park. So they will be in each of the counties, right? So what that means is a farmer in Kirinyaga, which produces the highest amount of tomatoes in this country, more than 60,000 tons, right? They'll be in a position to even add value using that aggregated parks, right? Because any worry of any farmer is post-harvest loss. Like, for example, a farmer in Kirinyaga having harvested his crop, how do they ensure that they arrive to Kangemi market without any degradation, right? What is that span of time before they finish their stock? So that's another aspect. Is it possible for us maybe to dry our tomatoes? Is it possible for the farmers to convert it into a paste? Is it something that maybe some of the industrial aggregation parks and KIPES will be bringing on board to each of the counties? Yeah. So just to talk to any farmer that these are opportunities that will be opening for all of us. It's good for us to take advantage of that because with devolution, of course, services are brought to the ground.
Okay.
Yes.
Ndio muamue kwamba tunamtwika jukumu ama tunamchukua huyo kijana afanye kazi na sisi ama tumtrain. Ni nini hicho mnaangalia? Ili uamue ndio huyu kabisa.
Hata kabla tuangalie huyu ndio kijana, kwanza we start with what we say, we start with the end in mind. The end in mind means ndiyo tutamchukua huyu Terrell, lakini atakuwa wapi after training?
Okay.
That is our headache. So we first try to identify opportunities where that trained young man or woman will take advantage of after training, right? But of course, there are so many things that we look at. For example, your interest. You see, there could be an opportunity, but you're not interested, right? Because you have to commit to all those trainings that the duration of the training that we give you, right? Secondly, is of course, like for example, in the climate smart agriculture, you need at least some know-how in agriculture, because if, for example, you don't have anywhere to practice that agriculture on, then it doesn't make any sense. However, we try to take you through other opportunities that agribusiness-related opportunities that you can take advantage of even without a farm.
Okay.
Yes.
Tuangalie post training support. Baada ya kujitrain, ile support mtanifuatilia baadaye?
Hilo ni swali mzuri. Tunafaa tuangalie hivi Terrell, kwa nini vijana hawako very much interested in agribusiness? Ndio. One, maybe they have got no capital. Sindio? Hawana pesa, sindio? So ama hawawezi pata mahali pa kuuza mazao yao. So part of our post-training support is capacity building. We continue building your capacity so that at least you can develop that business acumen na ukuwe mwanabiashara halali na mwanabiashara ambaye ako na nguvu kwa hiyo sekta ambayo unafanyia kazi. Secondly, we also try to link you to opportunities of funding, right? Like for example, in the course of this year, we will be releasing some calls for innovators in this green economy that can show or showcase ways in which we can innovate waste management or recycling and such like things. And thirdly, and most importantly, is to ensure that you are in a network.
Okay.
Yes.
Lazima ukwepo watu ambao wanakuzingira ndio ufahamu mengi zaidi. Papo hapo, kuna swala ambalo tumefurahia sana siku zinazokuja. Green economy ikoje?
The future is green. That's what I can say. Last year, uliona, we held a very big conference here, right? On Africa Climate Summit, right? What does that tell us? There are very huge opportunities in as far as the green economy is concerned. Saa hii Terrell, ukiangalia hata bodaboda zile tuko nazo hapa, kuna hii bodaboda zile ambazo hazitumii diesel ama hata petroleum kweli. The same case applies to even the vehicles, right? If you visited hotels nowadays, you'll realize that they are discarding plastic bottles. So you work on a more sustainable way of packaging their water, right? So there are huge potential. There's a very huge potential in the green economy. All we need is to ensure that we're preparing the youth for that future so that they can take advantage of it.
Sawa. Kuna kijana ambaye anakutazama kabisa, zungumza naye ukimpatia mawaidha kulingana na sensa ya mwaka 2019.
Great, uko very specific. But in this 2019 census highlighted that at least 38% of youth were unemployed, right? And remember, I also mentioned that we have at least 800,000 youth each year going to the world of work or getting to the world of work, right? So any youth that is out there, let us try to take advantage of the low-hanging fruits.
Okay.
Some of the low-hanging fruits is venturing into agriculture or agribusiness.
Good. Kazi safi kabisa, umeeleza kwa undani kabisa. Asante sana Dennis Mushiri kwa kuja kwako. Kila la heri katika shughuli yako hiyo. Mpenzi mtazamaji, nashukuru sana kwako kwa kusalia nasi tangu zindua hadi sasa tumefika ukoko. Nisemeje? Salia na Mwenyezi Mungu, kumbuka tatimiza ndoto. Jina langu ni Emmanuel Terrell.